Yo, I'm back. Yeah. Man, what's happening? Oh man. I'm sorry I'm like 2 minutes late, but for some reason, I couldn't like just click on my live like normal and just get on here so I could talk to y'all. But you know the vibes, man. Hopefully y'all tuned into the to today's show. It was actually a live, that's right, a live podcast episode 45 officially went live. There was a lot to talk about, man, and we could just not let too much go without talking about it. But man, of course, you know who it is. And if you don't, man, I'm Cam from the Port. Nice to meet you. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. Welcome. I hope you enjoy yourself this evening. We're gonna talk a little music because this is what I like to do. But first, made in 1980s. The podcast. The podcast audio drops on Fridays, Friday mornings. Video drops Saturday mornings on YouTube, exclusively on YouTube, right? And Create-a-thon still going strong. Hold on one second. I got it here. Hold on. Now, my bad. But we're still at 233 on the chart because I got the chart. You dig? The Create-a-thon giveaway. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers in February. And we're putting in the work to get that done. First prize that I'll be giving away is you pick the review. You know, I do reviews every Tuesday evening, 8 o'clock hour. You can pick it if you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And then when I send the register to win link out, you winner that joker. You dig what I'm saying? And from there, we pick. We pick and I listen and I review for not only you, but for anybody else that may be wanting to know how good or maybe not so good a certain project is from my point of view and why. All right. But now that now that we've gotten that out the way, it's time to talk some music, man. Time to talk more music. No, not Drake. As you can see, if you can see the headline, if you can see the title, we're gonna talk Lil Baby's Wham, the album, and Joey BadA. Joey BadA just dropped a response of some sort. It's called Sorry Not Sorry. And I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it very real. Joey BadA is dope. He's really dope. And from the rulers back to Sorry Not Sorry, I see what he's doing. He's doing a lot of Jay-Z reincarnated, but like 90s, 2000s rap reincarnated. And I dig the style, man. He's very, charismatic, very swaggy. You can tell that working on TV shows and all that has given him just new life, new character, all of it. And I'm here for it. It's super dope. However, man, he's losing these battles. If he's picking lyrical battles right now, if Joey BadA is picking lyrical battles right now, he's losing. He is losing. And I don't necessarily get the angle here because unfortunately, the way this game is set up, he's not going to get the attention from who he's really possibly trying to bait in here, which would be Kendrick Lamar. And even in And the next joint here, J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? Might delete later. I know damn sure that Joey won't. You know what I'm saying? Which, hey, look, that's a dope bar. That's a nice bar. Like, you've come to rap, and I respect it and I appreciate it, Joey, because that's important. But man, between what Daylight said and what's my guy from TDE? I'm trying to think. Pardon me while I do a quick search for the name, but I'm between Daylight and the young guy's response, it's just not enough, bro. And to be honest, I don't know if one Joy was prepared for that, right? There's wanting to battle, and then there's wanting attention. And I'm not sure who's doing what at this point now, because Ray Vaughn. I'm sorry, Ray Vaughn. Ray Vaughn went crazy. Like, no disputing that. He went crazy. And even though I like what Joey's doing, I like the swag, I like the flair, I like the simplistic, expensive, and luxurious life. You know what I'm saying? He's presenting themselves as a New York Don, if you will, a real boss in New York. The aesthetic, the visuals, everything that Joey is giving you is really great. But lyrically, if he's sparring lyrically, he is coming up short. And he either needs to get serious or get out the way. Because this ain't enough for Ray Vaughn. Obviously, Daylight's amazing. He's amazing lyrically. And what he did was light even. And in the process of Joey trying to potentially bait Kendrick or Cole, he gets himself in this trick bag where, like, now just other rappers who rap really well are responding, and swag ain't gonna get it done. Style points ain't gonna really get it done. And this is interesting coming from a New York rapper, because the West Coast guys are really on some rapidy rap type time, and Joey's winning the style points. Man, the game has changed. But we'll see how that unfolds. But hey, sorry not sorry, dope track. Check it out. It's dope. And I like what he's doing in it. But, like, the most venomous bar is the you know what I'm saying, the might delete later. I know Joey won't. You know what I'm saying? And when he called everybody bitches. It's is what it is. So, all right. Let's talk album. Let's talk album review. WHAM, not George Michael and my dude that kind of like Marty Jannetty. But WHAM being Lil Baby, one of Atlanta's premier artists in rap right now, has dropped an album, and it's been a while. It's been a while, man. What, 3 years maybe? 3 years since the last album? No, it's only Me came out in 2022. So, yeah, 2 for sure, solid 2 and some change. So It's Only Me was the last album when he had himself on Mount Rushmore. All his faces. It was Mount Rushmore, which I thought was great artwork. This one, WHAM, Who Hard Is Me. So I want to share some backstory on my just listening of Lil Baby, right? Because I think I think he's actually a very good artist. He's a premier artist out of Atlanta. I went from a state of wishing Lil Baby would just shut the F up to thinking that he was going to have the hottest breakout year and is on pace to create an epic run. And this is dating back to what, 2018 and 19. I didn't like I wasn't the biggest fan of Yes Indeed. The please. I mean, and Drake was on it. And don't get me wrong, I think the radio might have played that so much that it grew on me. They might have done it to the point where that record grew on me. But because I ain't gonna lie, he totally threw me in the corner when he was like, "Wham, wham, wham, bitch, I'm the baby," and I'm like, I don't think I like this guy. I was like, yo, why did Drake hop on this? You know what I'm saying? Back when it was kind of cool to like Drake and respect him for his artistry, Some of you young people may not even been here for that. That's crazy to me now. Let me see. Uh-oh, my man Jones already started. Jones is getting started. He said, these ATL rappers got to stop dropping these forgettable albums in January. C21 Savage in 2024. You know what? That's interesting that you would say that, man. Because although I do agree with you, I gave Lil Savage. I gave 21 Savage a lot of credit for stepping out early. Him and Benny, January, February, they dropped the two first albums, the rap albums of last year. The first premiere releases of last year. So, we're kind of in the same spot, right? We're back here. It's 2025. It's January. A lot has happened in the first 21 days of of this month and of this year, and we're going to talk about it in music form, right? So, again, I think it's Yes Indeed, Not Feeling It. Drip Too Hard came out. That's my joint. Drip Too Hard came out. That was my joint from Lil Baby. I was like, okay, I like what he's doing on this, and I've historically not been the biggest fan of Gunna, so everything that I may say to or about him, it does not apply to the Crime Stoppers video. Well, no, I'm sorry, that was T.I. To the news, investigative report or whatever that was, or for the court case, and the report snitching. We're here to talk rap music. I'm not here to talk about pseudo street things to a degree. I'm not really here for it, but we can do it if it's probable cause to do so, right? So, with that said, what really got me on the side of Lil Baby was all the features he was doing with Moneybagg Yo. There was a hot pocket of time, and matter of fact, my man Jones can vouch for this, where I would have swore that Moneybagg Yo and Lil Baby were the greatest tandem definitely the hottest tandem of that time period. So we're talking 2017 and 19. I thought they couldn't miss, and I don't think they did. That You Played was crazy. And when Lil Baby came on there, she out here wild and telling their friends, "I'm buying and flying the bitch, you childish." Hell no, he was going crazy on that. So it's and it was after that run, because Moneybagg Yo had put out some incredible pieces of work through that time. Like that Heartless was cold. So I'll never forget this, and I think it was DJ Shawnee D that had posted this, and I want to say it might have been top of 2020, maybe end of 2019. He was like, "Yo, who's the hottest rapper out right now?" And I said, "Hey, look, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, and I'm gonna sound crazy until it happens, but Lil Baby is the hottest dude out right now, and he's about to prove it this year. And I want to say it was top of 2020 when I said that. And some white girl challenged me, and I'm sorry. I'm not, discriminatory against like other color rap opinions, but um I could tell that how you can tell when just like a person is just so hip hop purist that they're not even paying attention to what's going on, like everything commercial, everything successful, everything mainstream is just garbage to them. They're not really listening. That was the conversation I knew I was gonna have with this white girl. Um and Now granted, she countered back with, well, West Side Gun is the best rapper. I was like, West Side Gun is definitely not the best rapper. Like, especially not at this time. I was like, he's not better than Benny or Conway. He's not better than 38 Special. I was like, if you're gonna pick somebody from the Griselda camp or from that upstate New York, like there's some other people to pick. Don't just tell me West Side Gun. And I was just like, look, Lil Baby's on a run right now. I was like, I can tell you not listening to Moneybagg Yo. You not listening to probably some of these joints with Thug and with Future and with Drake and with Migos. I was like, but this kid is going crazy. But you know how some of those white women be when they hit they start fucking with backpackers. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, oh no, you got to do the knowledge. Like you can't tell me what today's math is, lady. Stop it. But enough about that. Enough about that. This is not about that. This is about Lil Baby's Wham. And let me check the comments, guys. I see them going crazy right now. Okay. I'm gonna save Jones' comment for later. My man Wang just checked in. She was, yeah, she was trying to listen. She was trying to sound like she listened to rap by stepping out the normal. Right, exactly. I was like, yo, don't give me your boyfriend's answers, ma'am. Like, stop. Don't do that to me. It's me. Don't do that to me. And Lil did I know, because granted, I didn't hear the album at the time I said this, but My Turn came out. You know what I'm saying? And my turn was a dope project. It was long than a mug. That's what she said. But it was dope. Dope project. And I think he tore it up with that. But I mean, pandemic hits don't really go that far. I think that album performs better if it drops in 22 to 23 or 24 to 25 when just people are outside, people can make things happen. Those kind of things. They do play a big part. And matter of fact, my man Jones just spoke to that. And I'll let this comment rock here. I might bring it back up again. They got to save these albums for the spring and summer. That's when everyone is outside. So, but there's also a thing called being a priority. When you cool with Drake and you cool and you signed on the same label as the Migos and people are expecting Cardi B, people are expecting Meg, and sometimes you are regulated to the first and second quarter unless you are really that, or you're just independent. You got to drop in the first and second quarter. That's just the vibes. You know what I'm saying? And your label will let you know. It is what it is. Because people get out Kendrick's way. People get out Future's way. If Thug is out, you might have to sit down. Like, I don't like that. I miss the days where 3 or 4 dope albums dropped on the same day and you just had to buy them all, especially in the streaming era. We should be able to stream 2 albums. You ain't even got to buy them now. So I don't know why people do that in this era, but it is what it is. And then he dropped what the voice and the hero, the joint with Dirk, which I thought he low key slaughtered Dirk on that. You know what I'm saying? And then I want to say that was when he got the praise, he got the accolades. And then Lil Baby might have made a very crucial mistake, which I think why the stigma on this album is what it is. But we're going to talk about the album. I'm gonna hold this comment here, let y'all put a pin in it, and then we're gonna revisit it. In the midst of all this momentum that he's gaining, even during the pandemic, and as we're getting through the pandemic, and he's still putting out some product, and by the time he gets to the It's Only Me, he makes the comment that he's on a Wayne run right now. Lil Wayne, by the way, for everybody that may be unaware, and I'm, even though I am not a Wayne fan, and many of y'all on this chat know this, I'm gonna be very fair and say the entire Wayne run is 2005 to 2008. I'm good because that's definitely Carter 1 to Carter 3, 100 mixtapes in between, like Father Like Son. The Soldier remix is in there. The Can't Believe It is in there with T-Pain. The joints with Kanye is in there. That Swagger Like Us is in there. So that 05 to 08, I think you can say that is the entire Wayne run. And I think I don't miss anything that is a highlight in his career. So now, with that said, Wham, the album, it's out. My cousin Dwayne just checked in. Let me see. You know what song I'm gonna ask you about on the album? I think I do, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Wait. Hold up. What were that things was like as the best rappers? Let's see a Park. You know, she might have been. She might have been. We weren't friends on Facebook, I don't believe, but most likely. You know, she definitely she probably had hips on deck for sure. You know what I'm saying? But hey, look where the conversation is going when we talking about Wham. But okay, so look, Wham. The first thing positive I want to say about this album is this comes on hard. That's what she said. And I think it's not a perfect start to an album, but it's a great start to an album. Out the gate, listening to Wham, I was immediately like, okay, listen up. Beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's I think it was a good maybe reintroduction to him because it's been a minute. You know, there's a lot has been going on just in his world, you know. There was a time before this album where Lil Baby was a champion of Gunna and Thug. And Drake is his homie. And so much has happened in the last 2 years alone since his last album. And oh yeah, I forgot about the bigger picture. Yeah. So he makes these projects, and but there's still so much ground to cover here. There's a lot to say. And I'll keep it real with you. I really thought that this this project was going to be a very thought-provoking, very layered, very detailed type of project because I do think Lil Baby's a really dope rapper. I think he's actually great at the task of rapping. I think technically, as a rapper, I think he's really good. So I hear a track called "Listen Up," and within the first 8 bars, I was like, okay, maybe we getting something different. And then you know, the song keeps going on. It doesn't give me much depth, but I'm not mad at it. Then you get to Dumb, Dumb and Dumber. So, you know, this is the first time, and I don't know how recent this song is, but this is the first time we've heard Thug since he's been free. Now, granted, Business is Business dropped, and he was obviously locked up during that time. And that definitely came and went, obviously because so much going on. But it's safe to say that Baby, Thug, and Future don't miss. That is a not missing combination, or trio, I should say. You'll be hard pressed to find a song with Future, Thug, and Lil Baby on it that you don't like, right? So that was dope. And then, not for nothing, you know how they say the album starts here? Hey, look, F you 2 times. Fire. Fire. I'm like, okay, we got motion. This is starting off pretty damn good. Let's go. Hey, this is something that I was like, wow. All right. I'm not mad at this. But then I gotta be honest with you. After that first three, because it hits hard coming in. That's what she said. And or that's what you told her, if you want to, you know what I mean. It when you get to this, then it kind of like it's like it levels off, right? Because I promise is okay. And then you got Redbone, which is also okay. But here's the deal. Am I about to tell y'all that Glorilla raps better than Lil Baby? No, no. But there is something to be said about when you show up as yourself with your energy and you just command the track. And that's what Glorilla did on Redbone. This should be on her album. Um, you know, the Achilles heel of Lil Baby can be his voice. And I'm gonna save that and we'll get to it and we'll get back to it. Uh but I'm you know what? I kind of figured. I forgot you and your lady was on Glow heavy, but no, Glow's dope. Hey, listen, I reviewed her album last year, and she's the only person having fun with hip hop to me. She's the only person having fun in rap music right now, so she's amazing. Um, but you gotta be careful with somebody like Glorilla because momentum is on her side. She sounds great. She's reckless, she's young, she's energetic, and that style, in contrast with Lil Baby, it kind of just drowns him out. I'm just being real. It's not that he didn't say nothing ill because he was actually rapping on that. But the way she get on the track and do her thing is just like, man, listen, that's just hey, yo, here's your L, sir. See you in the morning, you know? Then then By Myself comes on, bro. Now look, the one thing I want to say, because we're gonna start with positivity. Wildly enough, Rod Wave sounded upbeat on this song. He sounded a little upbeat. Like it's like, hey, maybe he didn't want to slit his whole wrist today. You know what I mean? Like he sounded like, hey, maybe it ain't so bad. But the other dude on this song is really ruining it for me. I'm sorry. Rallo Rodriguez is listen, man. As somebody that loves T-Pain, somebody that grew up listening to Roger Troutman through my mom. I never really bought the album or anything like that, so I'm not gonna cap. But man, we got some of y'all need to get this auto tune a rest. Some of y'all gotta get this a rest. It's not doing what you think it's doing to your voice or your bars. It's not doing it. It's not. And hey, listen, if he got some iller stuff out there, then y'all need to shoot me a link because this by myself, this ain't it. This is not it, bro. And I'll be cool if I never have to hear that again. Okay. Due for a Win, liked it. Dope. Dope. So sorry, right? So sorry. Every once in a while I get on this platform, my platform, and I tell y'all how I don't be identifying with how like rappers be rapping about how women be doing them wrong and how they doing this, that, and the third, and oh, I got you purses and I took you out, but you with this nigga, and nah, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. I just don't want to hear this. I do not identify with this. I don't think you should be buying anything expensive for a woman that isn't clear on y'all dynamic. And expensive for me could be a certain level of meal. All right. I'm just gonna be super real on that. Um, I do commend Lil Baby though, because out of all the young rappers out here, I think he's in the very small percentage of the ones that will at least one try to rap about women in a positive light to some degree, or he has some storytelling element, or he obviously liked to lay up with women, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't want to trash the song too bad because it's not all about him getting quote done wrong, but it just wasn't fly enough for me. It just wasn't a fly enough record for me. You know what I mean? Like I know my man J Dub is gonna hate to hear this, but I mean, hey, if you gotta kick it like LL for me to respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when LL was being the biggest hater in the world, it was fly. You know what I'm saying? It was Harlem at the Rucker. And I saw you with your man smiling, coach bag in your hand. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, he just, hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to violate your relationship, so I lay back in the cut with a crush. That's a trip. You know what I mean? You got to say some ill shit. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta do this. You ain't gotta do the so sorry like piece of it. But that is just that's just what it is. I think also, you know what? Wow, look at me and my cousin on the same page. It's boring and sluggish, and it sounds like he slept on the auto tune button. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, absolutely. Hey baby, you ordering from the wrong side of the menu. You damn right. You know what I'm saying? Like especially if we just cool, we just kicking it. Like don't get me wrong, I'll pay for it, but all right, never mind. We don't need the Pimp Chronicles right now. We don't need the Mac momentum movement in your area right now. We're gonna move on to this album. We're gonna keep on the album. The album is Wham, Lil Baby. I see more people coming into the live stream. I appreciate y'all. We talking Wham, and we about halfway through the album, the extended version. Because I did listen to the original and then I seen the extended drop. So I listened to that a few times as well. So we there were, we get to I'm sorry. So then stuff. Hey, look, Travis Scott again. See, we are in that space now. See, it's 2025. So that means even Rodeo has been out 10 years now. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's been 10 years ago. Now, your Thugs, your Futures, your Travis Scotts, these are the benchmarks for your production, for a certain sound. When you're trying to capture a certain energy or a certain attitude or just hey catch the vibe, right? These are the guys you call. You can't say anything bad about this record. Is it one of those bangers? Is it an Astro World worthy joint? No, but it's not a bad song at the same time. And then let's just run through this real quick. Say Twin free promo outfit. Good, great. Great. Outfit is a great record, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, listen, I'm a fan of 21 Savage. And 21 Savage, I don't think he gets enough credit for who he became, which is one of the most successful freshman list rappers in the list that y'all said was supposed to be the worst one ever. And that whole crew is far from the worst ones ever. And you can blame label politics, you can blame whatever you want, but what is very real is that 21, Uzi, I want to say Thug, Dickie, and Davies were all in one class. And where are we at today? Where are we at today? And hey, look, I didn't see a lot of them surviving this long or being or just being this just this way, but they put in the work. They put in the work, and the result is they on top. It's wild that you would say this because Kanye definitely borrowed Travis Scott's sound to extend his brand to what My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Yeezus, and The Life of Pablo. If you listen to it, there's so much Travis Scott is in that album. Pause. And okay, you know what? Let's spare you the deep dive here because we don't need much. Drugs talking, streets colder, 99. What I didn't like about 99 is that they got the Joel Santana run messed up. That was 01 to like 05. Sorry, that's the rap nerd in me. I'm sorry. You can't say Joel Santana 09. That was definitely not his time. That was definitely not his era. Don't get me wrong though. I want to say Beamer, Benz, and Bentley came out then, but that's the end of like Santana being Santana. If you want to talk about Santana, Joel Santana, Dipset, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you want, you got to talk. If you want to talk that Santana, you gotta go early 2000s. You gotta go early 2000s, and that's just being fair. Now, granted, I want to say maybe, probably at best, what I don't even think Lil Baby was a teenager at that point, but it is what it is, man. Again, it's with Future, so it can't be that bad. Idol, cool. Running this ish, I actually like that. That's actually a really dope record. Really dope record on here. And then and My Shawty, again, here we go. Here we go. Hey, but again, I commend the effort. So that's the entire track list, right? Here's what it is for me. For a rapper to say they are on the Wayne run, this can't come out. This can't come out. And I'm not even a Wayne fan like that. But this can't, an album like Wham can't drop if you're on the Wayne run. Lil Baby's a dope MC. I'll give him MC. I think he can really rap. But we need more depth in the bars. Especially if you look, when you compare yourself to lyricists, I'm going to speak to you as you are a lyricist. So you make the distinction after that. And for me, the bars aren't in depth enough. They're not creative enough to be in the Wayne conversation. And this is coming from somebody that's just not a Wayne fan like that. But I will respect the resume. You got to respect the resume no matter what. And too much auto-tune. And I know that's difficult because that's his brand. But because like it's always interesting to hear his speaking voice. Because I guess it is still kind of shaky, right? He has a shaky speaking voice, but I don't think I never have felt, matter of fact, that the auto tune is really a great enhancer to his voice. I don't think it's giving the depth and dexterity and the fullness. I don't know, but voices are big for me, especially on just any album. Like no matter what, you can be singing, rapping, whatever it is, rock, country, blues, whatever. Voice is important to me, and in a world full of I want to hear something realer than that vocally. I want a better vocal performance from Lil Baby. But if I'm being super fair with the extended version or without the extended version, because it's not like it's not a really long album. Even with the 19 tracks, he was still under 50 minutes. He was just under 50 minutes with 19 tracks. I'm sorry. But this is a three out of five. 3 out of 5 is 60%. Do I think some people went way too hard calling it trash? Yep, absolutely. This is not trash. This album is not trash. It's not garbage. It's not weak. It's just not great. It's not something that you need in your collection. My man Jones said it best. And I'm gonna bring the comment back up. Gotta stop dropping these forgettable albums in January. You know what I'm saying? But and the thing is, Jones, you saying say the album for spring and summer. The right or the wrong thing could come out, and this is still gonna get moved out the way. It ain't one of those on it. And not for nothing, you can and I'm sure you'll love this. The climate has changed for content. And even though a couple of years ago or a few years ago, I want to say when Offset said it on his album Father of Four, when he was doing the promo run for it, like, he was going to focus more on lyrical content. Now, granted, he didn't deliver. He didn't deliver in a great way, but I think it was a sign of the times. And I want to say, Lil Baby, if he's not 30, he should be 30 soon. He can't still be 25, 26 now. Ain't no way. So with that being said, all the young boys is now the big bros. Like they gotta be late 20s. Like the youngest rapper now from that whole mid 20s, 10s era till now, they can't be no younger than 28, 30. Because now Drake, Cole, and Kendrick are about 40, and so is Wale and Big Sean and those guys. So they gotta be approaching 30 to 33. And it's just time to hear something else. Thank you, cuz. Yeah. It's it's just we need more. We need more from the new Future. It's I guess all pun intended, right? Because shoot, Future's in his 30s. You know what I mean? Like we the party and BS is over. Now your core audience is grown up now. A lot of them are in the workforce. A lot of them are hopefully in the are on the same page as far as progressing at life. Hopefully they're not behind bars. Hopefully they haven't passed away. They're not strung out or anything crazy like that. But yeah, man, this is a 3 out of 5 because we just need more, and because you got a Might Delete Later, because you got a GNX last year, and because of the run that Kendrick is on. Kendrick hopped on a Metro beat, and the wordplay was still crazy, and the energy was crazy, and the bars were memorable. You dig what I'm saying? That he hopped on a Mustard beat, same thing. So that whole I'm just gonna swag out and vibe out to this beat, hey, that's done. That era is over, and I know that maybe many of you didn't think it would happen, and maybe it took forever in some of y'all minds, but hey, it's it's a fact. You can't just get by anymore. Word up. You got to get over each and every day. Shout to Wu-Tang. You dig what I'm saying? Because you like now, even your 20 somethings, they want something else. They want something more. Like, unfortunately, the drug culture, the party culture, unfortunately, it left a lot of holes and voids into the game. We've lost a lot of artists that should still be here putting out projects, and the world is at too much of a vulnerable space. I don't even want to say sensitive, but a very vulnerable space, to the point where you just can't get on here and say anything anymore, and everybody's rocking with it. You really got to have something to live by. That's been my biggest critique about Wayne, because if Wayne is the GOAT, and if a whole generation looks at Wayne as number one or top five, not five or top three, then you got to also adhere to the fact that he went 20 plus years and didn't say a damn thing. And that's why we got a lot of stuff that we got musically right now. You have to accept that. You got to take the good with the bad. You can't judge, you can't separate it. You can't blame anybody else for it, because many people could say his verse on "I Can't Believe It" started mumble rap. You could you could say that, because what was he saying on that? Exactly. So 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 for Wham. And that's 60%. That means, hey, look, over half this album is good. And I do believe that. There's 9 songs that's on here. That's tough. Maybe 10 or 11. Some of this you can definitely hear 2 or 3 times and you'll be good. You know what I'm saying? There is there's obviously room for growth, but I'm looking to see how he rebounds for this. I think people were a little too harsh on the album overall, but yeah, this ain't great, and I could see it being forgettable. And with the extended already out, uh, and of course we know he took some shots at Gunner probably throughout the project on a couple of songs. Only something that, it was a lot of those, you can tell the people you roll with whatever you want, but you will not know what's going on type of bars. A couple not so subby subs, not so subtle subs. But hey, again, it doesn't make for the album just being a runaway success. But good is okay. Good is okay. Hey, listen, if nothing else, when you listen to these reviews from me, you're gonna find out that a lot of albums are just the middle of the road. A lot of them are just okay, and that's fine. We got so many artists that exist now, and so many have great projects for great reasons. But hey, man, it's 2025. We are Molly and Percocet it out. We are lean and weed out. Geeking up still means using cocaine. I don't care what y'all say. Um, Young people are dying of overdoses and gunfire. There's you can hop on any social platform and find a young person gunning down another young person. Is men and women fighting each other physically as well as verbally. It's mental and emotional abuse out here. It's poverty. You dig? People broke out here, people scamming unlike none other out here since the pandemic. So respectfully, you gotta step your raps up. And this ain't just for Lil Baby, this is for everybody. Like, people are trying to be moved by what you're saying now. The beats have been cool. The beats have been fire. Matter of fact, producers ran last decade and the beginning of this one. If we keeping it super real, you know, true. Hey, the Kendrick Metro Mustard. That's how I got last year's top 3 as far as hip hop is concerned. But gotta say something, man. We need better authors of the times that we are in. I do believe Lil Baby can do that, but this album ain't saying it. I'm gonna scroll up here. We're gonna check some comments and then we're gonna get out of here, y'all. But I do enjoy this conversation, man. I really appreciate y'all for joining this live. Because my man Jones said it about the bigger picture. Yes, he said, Lil Baby made the bigger picture and got scared of his success and message. You might be onto something with that one, Jones. Because even after that, he did the joint with Kirk Franklin for the Space Jam 2 soundtrack. And I was like, wow. This is when I was like, yo, see, I was right. Lil Baby is it. He got it. He gets it. And then he went right back to the block. And I know that it may be difficult for people to grasp the concept of success and fame. But man, once you see you got motion doing something positive, especially as a Black person in America, man, you need to triple down on that. You need to quadruple down on that. You dig what I'm saying? Like, him maybe leaning further into that lane, maybe the whole court case with Thug don't even happen. You just never know. Because look, you gotta do the PR campaign no matter what. Now, you still gotta do it. So we'll see, man. We'll see. My cousin was on here wilding. Let me see some of the stuff he said. He was dope before the dope killed them teeth. You're wild. Yeah, let me see. He inspired them Cuddy in the studio 808s. Yeah, Travis Scott was in the studio and the inspiration for Jesus. Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget, he was on Grand Hustle too when T.I. was trying to switch it up. Let me see. He and my wife the same age. Okay. So Baby is 30. There we go. We had all the dope dumb dance songs. Yeah, man. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with dancing in hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Or rap music. Just make it fire. You dig what I'm saying? Let me see. I think my era of music should have been out with the way the YN spazzing out. They needed swag surf, white tee. Yeah, hey, listen. As a person that lived in Atlanta during the snap music era, man, and don't get me wrong, it was some killers out there leaning and rocking. Hammer on them. Mac 10 and the draws. Getting that on. But you know what? I felt safe. I felt safe because we just having a good time, you know. But hey, what can you do? What can you do? You know what Wayne said? I put some yabba dabba. All right. Yeah. Let me see. Your boyfriend hating. I'm gonna show him what these teardrops fall. Yo. You know what I'm saying? See, yes, they lost, confused, super emotional as well. And you know what? And this is all. And I hate to be this guy because I love hip hop, man. I don't want to ever get it confused. I love hip hop. I love rap music. I love Black people. But hey, listen, man. I'm made in the 1980s. I'm in my 40s. I just see life different. I see life different. Sorry, and seeing life different is seeing that, man. Unfortunately, y'all artists not growing up with y'all, and that sucks because all of my rappers grew up. Everybody I liked as a shorty, they've grown up. Jay-Z grew up, Nas grew up, DMX was ahead of growing up, ahead of his time growing up. Method Man is growing up, and there's I mean, we could talk about this for days, but even when you go back, even when you listen to a lot of Wu-Tang albums, again, it may not be from some of your favorite members, but depending on who you were listening to outside of Rand Ghost, you know, there's still some things I've picked up from the Genius album. Master Killer, who's far from my favorite member, but he was saying some things that was like, oh, whoa, wait a minute, hold up, think about that as a grown man. Think about that. The dumb are mostly intrigued by the drum. Think about that. Just bars like that. It's yours. And the joint they highlighted in the Wu-Tang Saga, you can't drink your life away, smoke your life away. You know what I'm saying? And shoot, even Snoop has had some reflective moments through rap. And he's a Crip. Scarface, Luda, T.I., even though it took T.I. going to jail, but he's always had some other messages on his albums that was like, yo, you know what? It's a better life out here if you're really trying to pursue it. And I think that's important. Yeah, and you know what? Yes. They are going through way more. Just because of the social media element alone. Hey, it's people that, skip school embarrassment, skip town embarrassment. You go viral for the wrong reason, people taking their life. And that's sad. That's sad, man. But let me not digress too far off the topic. Hey, look, man, Lil Baby's WHAM, good album. It's good. 3 out of 5. 60% for you math whizzes out there. I do recommend checking it out. Hey, that Joey BadA, sorry, not sorry. Again, a dope record. But hey, listen, he's winning the swag affair, but he's losing the rap battle. Just being honest with y'all. Let me see what my cuss something about. But yo, this is my year. I got a purpose. That's for real. I'm on this earth to make an impact. They gonna feel. All right, hey man. Hey, look, you know what? Hey, because I'm tired of you two, family. You better get an EP at the least out, or I am demanding that you retire this year. How about that? That's how we're gonna close the show. You put out at least an EP, 5 songs too, a 5-song EP at the minimum, or you gotta hang that mic right on up. You got to. Oh man. All right. Hey, look, I appreciate y'all for checking out this live, man. I thank you very much. We're gonna do another review next week. I'm in between 2 albums, so I'll see which one I'm really ready to talk to y'all about. I might switch up the genre. I ain't gonna front. Because hey, look, all these rap albums, they starting to get repetitive, man. A lot of this content is sounding exactly the same. I feel like putting y'all up on something else. I just want y'all to hear something else at this point. And now to keep the vibe and the versatility going, maybe I'll put you onto a new artist that you don't even expect. So we'll see. We're gonna take a look. I might be taking a 2-week rap break, man. I ain't gonna front, but we'll see, man. Hey, look, until next time, listen. You have a great night. Be safe, whatever you do. And just know that always and consensually, it's love.